pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call this meeting in the West Orange City Council to order. Roll call.
Crowner.
Here.
Raleigh. Stewart.
Here.
Lees.
Here.
West.
Okay, we need to perfect and approve the agenda, and we're going to pull agenda item number 12. It seems there's some documentation missing, so pull that off the agenda.
Motion to approve is amended then. Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner.
Aye.
Stewart.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Consent agenda.
A motion to approve is presented this evening. Support.
Motion with support to approve consent agenda items 1 through 11, which are the minutes of the regular city council meeting on August 21st, 2013. Approve finance officer Sattler's attendance at the Iowa Public Employees Labor Relations Association annual meeting. Approve training for 7 firefighters at the Kirkwood Fire School. Approve payment of Sesford Construction. Approve payment to Census. Approve payment to Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Approve payment to Morning Sun Farm Implement. Approve payment to Trans Iowa Equipment. Approve payment to Quad City Analytical. Approve the clerk's monthly financial report for July 2013. And approve the claims list as presented in the amount of $153,768.61. That breaks down to the general fund, $64,776.83. Road use tax, $53,222.69. Tax increment financing, $278.07. Debt service, $250. Water, $13,963.42. Sewer, $16,764.43. Risk management, self-insurance, $3,511.42. Flex account, $108.15. Trust and agency, the water department, $43.58. And the 4th of July celebration, $850.02. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Stewart.
Aye.
Motion carried. Go to committee reports. Finance, Rod, you ain't going?
Not much. I would mention, I guess, because Leslie shared it with me earlier today, that our hotel motel tax is down again. Somewhat concerning, I think. This is our first quarter payment for our new year, and it's the lowest it's ever been in the 5 or 6 years we've had that hotel motel tax. So I don't know if there's something going on out there. I haven't stayed out there for a long time. I don't know if there's issues or what, but I did notice the payment was $2,000 to $3,000 less than it normally is, so that adds up fast to us because we don't get a lot of motel money as it is. So, just something that's concerning, and I just want you to know about it. And then I guess I'd have one question before we move on, in case Mr. Raleigh does not show up. Not that I know that there's anything on here. Can anything pass tonight 2-1 or not?
I think everything can,
Everything okay? Just in case.
other than I believe under those resolutions, I think we ought to have at least a 3-0 vote for the setting the public hearing, but those are just setting public hearings.
Okay, all right. I don't know that there's anything on there, but I thought we might want to get it clarified before we got too deep into a discussion. And
I think everything on there can be passed with 2-1,
all right, thanks.
or 2, or it can't be passed with 2 if you vote against it. Either way.
Well, yeah.
Anything else for finance? Well, that, if we talk about the hotel motel, also kind of remind me that our local option sales tax is down some, the report from the state that we got. So
I wondered if ours was. Burlington was talking about theirs being down, so I wondered what happened to ours.
we're down some too. Streets. Let's see. Rick isn't here, so Randy, you got anything?
I don't have anything tonight.
Anybody have anything for streets? Public safety. Trees.
Yeah, I don't have a darn thing. But our chief's here.
Just going to mention that Sergeant Ryan will begin an informational meeting to the parents on the ALICE program that he may be teaching at the West Burlington Elementary School. He'll give it to the elementary parents, an information meeting on Thursday, September 5th at 6 p.m. And then on Tuesday, September 10th at 6 p.m., he'll be up at the junior, senior high school informing the parents on the ALICE program and answering any questions they may have. That's about it. Any questions for public safety and police department?
Mike?
Quiet. Buildings, Marshall Store, the front sidewalk has been removed and replaced due to non-compliant ADA requirements. All the interior walls are framed and completed. Electrical work is roughed in, and plumbing has been roughed in also, and the sheetrock has begun on the inside. Wally Days condos, exterior walls are going up. The new house over here where the old middle school used to sit is all, the electrical and plumbing's all roughed in, and they poured the floor today. Dayton Freight, interior work continues, electrical, HVAC is close to being completed, and they have repainted the building. Looks pretty good. City maintenance shop, checked several concrete pours, compression on soil and rock, and have inspected the reinforcement and anchors for footings and the sidewall pours. Valley Distribution is completed of their new office area. The high school, the middle school, and the elementary school was inspected last week. Tim Kesterkey and I went through all the buildings and had a few deficiencies. He called me yesterday and told me they were completed, so I will go back and check them out later this week. And Papa Murphy's demo's completed. The plumbing and electrical work's roughed in, and they have poured the interior floor for that facility. Under fire, everybody got a copy. We did achieve the Life Safety Award for 2012 for the fire department, which has a lot to do with the prevention and loss of life and injuries on fire scenes. The fire station, the 2012 SAFER, the HVAC project is completed. We now have 6 tons of air conditioning and 140,000 BTUs of heat for the training room and the comm room and the, it used to be the chief's office, but now it's more of a everyone's room. And we received partial shipment of the new hose we ordered that was approved by the council a couple of months ago, and we received part of it, and a little more came in today, and they should finish it up this week, receiving the rest of it, so we can get the old stuff on Gov Deals once we get it tested. That's all I've got.
Do we have anything for the chiefs? Utilities, Karen?
I don't have anything, Randy.
No, I don't have anything tonight.
Anything for utilities? Sanitation. Dan's not here.
Nothing tonight.
Anybody have anything for sanitation? Okay, other staff reports. Kelly, anything going on? Leslie?
Auditors have been in during their audit report.
Fun. We got a presentation on here from Des Moines County Living Well, but I don't see, unless there's somebody here from there. We'll just continue on. Anyone wishing to address the council on matters that are not on the agenda here tonight, please step forward, state your name. I'll be running to that mic. New business, item number 1 is consider draft sewer agreement with the city of Burlington for residential development.
Yes, you saw this first last meeting. We've been back and forth several times. The changes I alluded to in my memo about them paying for the manhole that we'll own on our system, they've made those changes, and I got the new draft that has those changes made. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as with all the changes that I requested have been made. So it's my recommendation that we enter into this agreement with them and help this residential development down south gear.
Randy, did you see any problem with it either?
No. No, I don't see any issue with it at all.
Hans, you never really spoke to this at the last meeting. Are you okay with all this?
Yeah.
Okay, I just,
Well, other than, I would like to see water meters put in.
Okay.
I'd like to see actual usage,
me too.
but if they're, willing to work, gonna work towards that one of these days, which they need to. But that has to be that's a different issue, working with the water board.
Well, I know that what was the limit on the usage, was it 39.50 for the sewer?
$34.95.
Well, me, myself, and Irene, we use 5,000 gallons at my house. And I'm thinking that's kind of like an undercut for people that's gonna move in with kids and stuff.
We run our average of everybody in the city, and it's right in that neighborhood, so, it's pretty close to what the average person uses, and, I think that'll end up being a little bit less, because I think you'll have a lot of couples in those condos, rather than the 2 point whatever I say, the number of people, so I'm sure we'll do all right, especially once we factor in the 1.5 times. We're not gonna be cheated out of anything. I think that's a pretty fair, accurate number as estimates go. If you're using an estimate, it's always an estimate, but I don't see that as any reason to not work with these people.
We could end up putting a meter on the end just to see if it works.
We can't put one on Burlington's water,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Unless there's a way to meter the
Other side. I
other
don't think
side.
there is.
I
Yeah,
don't think
maybe
there
that-
is. Dave might know.
That might be
Oh,
fun. Therese, just so that you know, I questioned the same number earlier today. Come in and randomly had Kelly get me a couple figures, and so we took 2 different months, a summer month and a winter month, and took just our residential customers. And in June, the average was about 3,500 gallons, and in March, it was like 3,300 gallons.
I knew had a new meter then.
So,
Smoke.
of course, I'm a high water user, so it seemed low to me, but in actuality, it comes out a pretty good average, so.
Even Steven?
I had planned on throwing a fit about that and trying to get that raised, but after looking at those numbers, they're pretty accurate, actually, I think. So I don't have any current problem with this.
Someone want to make a motion to approve that?
So
Make a
moved
motion to approve this agreement.
and support it.
Motion with support. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 2 is to consider a resolution waiving the preliminary plat and approving the final plat for Johnson's Farm subdivision. P and Z's gone through it. I recommend approval.
This is just a simple one split,
One split.
splitting, one of the lots that's already in a subdivision, lot 4 and buyer subdivision, into 2. They're big lots.
Motion approved.
Support. Okay, go ahead.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye.
Motion carried. All right, item number 3 is to consider mutual aid agreement with American Ordnance, Iowa Ammunition Plant for Fire Department.
Do we not have something similar to this already with them or not?
We want to update it due to the fact that the current agreement's about so many years old. So they want it more current, and that's why I put in my memo, we probably ought to look at all of them because a lot of them are 25 and 30 years old and probably should be upgraded to either an automatic or a mutual. We won't get any points for automatic, but we'll get points for automatic, but not mutual with ISO ratings anymore. I think the new base commander is just trying to update all of his files and get them current. And I didn't see any changes from what the old one had, so I think it's just updating and having a new date on it.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion with support. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 4 is to consider right-of-way permit for Mass Tech. And they're gonna be paying the minimum of $125.
So that makes a 3-year license. I don't have any checked on my page.
Doesn't,
It is $125, is
Huh.
the fee, is that what you asked?
Well, I don't have anything like for the 3-year license, 5-year license.
3.
Wasn't clicked. I don't have it.
3 years. And they would be paying the $125 minimum.
I didn't have that on my paperwork either. Motion approved.
Support.
motion with support. Any discussion? Just to clarify, because it's a minimum payment, I think they're only going about 200 feet. So they would be charged the minimum. Roll call.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 5 is to consider right-of-way permit for Danville Mutual Telephone in the amount of $1,770.75.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Motion carried. I should have mentioned it's a 3-year one also.
It was marked.
Item number 6 is to consider college tuition assistance for firefighter Chris Carlson from the 2011 Safer Grant in the amount of $2,446.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Stewart. Aye.
Motion carried. Is it our copier or is it the college's copier that puts out the print like that? Because that was very hard to read the amount.
Oh, I think that's the
Had to-
college.
That's the college.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to make it magnify it by about 20 times.
It wouldn't be your
I
eyesight.
could have wrote in there 26,000.
So we don't have that in the grant?
Yeah. Item number 7 is to consider purchase of thermal imager cameras for the fire department. 2 cameras in the amount of $12,200. See Mike's memo. These are a lot smaller than what the old ones are, aren't they?
Yeah, the firefighters can wrap these, hook them to their bunker coats, and it'll ride right there, which the one we still have, the Bullard, is a big box, looks about the size of a shoebox. The 2 ISIs failed several years ago. We tried to get them repaired, and they're no longer, they're 15 years old, and they don't have the technology. It's upgraded and better now, so I'm gonna hang on to those ISIs. Every once in a while, they'll give you $500 for your old camera, just as a trade-in. They don't care if it works or not, and I'm just gonna hang on to them until maybe next year's budget or the following year, somebody runs that offer again, and we'll turn those loose instead of storing them or eventually put them in a dumpster.
Mike, what do you think the life expectancy of these cameras might be? These two
7
new
to
ones?
10,
How many?
7 to 10 years
Okay.
before the technology again comes through. Like I said in my memo, we looked at a lot of different cameras, and this gave us the the clearest image and the better color. For the officers, I want to get the bigger screen, which is, if you look at the, well, I didn't send that memo out, it's about $8,300 for that camera. These are going to be the firefighter cameras, so with some of the options that are there. So we're going to color code them and put them on the rig so everybody knows what each camera, what rig it belongs to. And,
Looks like you have the funds available.
yeah, we're going to continue to look at grants, and we're going to continue to put some in the budget each year, because now we don't have to buy fire hose, we don't have to buy nozzles now. I mean, our needs now are really starting to drop a little bit, except for the SCBA's and those kind of things. So the thermal imager is probably the next big item that we need to fund over the next 2 or 3 years, or unless I can find a grant for it.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 8 is to consider purchase of an all-wheel drive police interceptor vehicle. We've got a couple of quotes, one from Schottenkirk in the amount of $26,009, and one from Stivers in Des Moines for $25,680. And looking at the two, I think we're looking at apples and apples, and for the less than $400 difference, I would recommend that we go with Schottenkirk. It's a local dealer, and we get local service out of it.
Much of the equipment too, if anybody has a question, will be moved from the current vehicle in. We'll have to purchase, which I have way enough in the budget, because I budgeted $29,808. We'll have to buy things like a new console, because we're going from a Crown Vic and different cages in the back. But a lot of the other equipment, the radio, the computers, the light bar, can be transferred over for a small installation fee.
Then I see you're gonna have a vehicle available 24/7 for anybody.
Correct. It'll be mainly, instead of being a personally assigned vehicle, it'll be assigned to a shift. If Officer Dunham leaves second shift, whoever takes it will still have that vehicle. It's trying to get 2 all-wheel drive vehicles operational during the peak times of operation when we have most calls of service.
Motion approved purchase from Schottenkirk in the amount of $26,009.
Support.
Motion with support. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Stewart. Aye. Lees.
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 9 is to consider payment to Snyder and Associates for construction services on lift station repair project, the amount of $278.07.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart.
Motion carried. I can't sit here without saying it, but I think that's probably the least amount we've ever paid.
Just thinking of it. $278? Who even turns in a bill for that little
I
amount?
think they just eat that.
I was glad you said something, because I was sure what to, and I thought, no, just let it go.
I just
278.
couldn't go without it.
Like chump change to them guys.
Item number 10 is to consider street finance report for fiscal year 12-13. You can see the total expenditures were about $703,484, and 52, we started with $52,140 in the road use fund, and with revenues of about $306,402, and expenditures $264,998. I left a balance in the road use fund of $93,544. And other street monies, we had revenues of $134,871, which also included property tax, came from property taxes, increment financing, local option sales reimbursements, and we had expenditures of $134,871 for the roadway maintenance, snow removal, engineering, construction projects. And then we had street debt revenues, includes an adjustment of $48,352 for the remainder of the general obligation bond that was used for the Houston and Van Wees Road project. Traffic cameras at agency and South Gear, and the remainder of the general obligation funds. Expenditures totaled $303,615 and include payments made on a general obligation bond of $222,808 that were made from the TIF funds. And the balance of $11,845 is the remainder of the general obligation fund bond that was unspent as of 6/30/13. And those 4 paragraphs sums it up for about 30 pages of reports. Right? Or close to it. That Leslie had to fill out.
Motion to approve all that hard work.
Support.
Motion with support. Any other discussion?
I didn't hear who made the motion.
Please. Roll call.
Lees,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart.
Motion carried. Item number 11 is to consider the payment to Bi-State Construction for the Public Works Building Project in the amount of $167,159.79.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion?
We have all that money here now, right?
Yes, we've got it all, August 22nd, I think it all came in.
Okay. Thanks.
Anything else? Roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Motion carried. Rick, we weren't here, but we pulled item number 12 because there was some documentation was missing. So item number 13 is to consider a resolution setting a public hearing on the urban renewal plan amendment for October 2nd, 2013, at 7 o'clock.
Motion approved. Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Raleigh,
Aye.
Stewart.
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 14 is to consider setting a public hearing for a general obligation vehicle acquisition loan agreement for September 18th, 2013 at 7 o'clock.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion?
I do want to point out, like I did in my memo, that we're not actually borrowing any new money for buying this vehicle. It's some leftover bond money from another project. In order to legally use that for another use, we have to do another public hearing. So we're spending some money we already borrowed. We're not going into any more debt to buy a vehicle.
Okay. Did vote on that, all right, didn't they?
No.
No.
Okay, roll call.
Stewart.
Just
Aye.
moving along.
Lees,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Raleigh.
Aye.
Motion carried. Don't have any old business. Do have something I got in the mail last week, and I'll make you all copies of it and send it out to you for your information. We got the final report for all the housing rehabs that we did. Did a little over $330,000 worth of work on 11 homes, and our share was just a little under $25,000 what we kicked in, so. Quite a bit done there. I'll get that out to you, send it out in email or something, and you guys can look at it, see where the homes were at, and tells you what the projects were and what was spent on each one of them. Anyone wishing to address the council on matters that are on the agenda or not on the agenda tonight? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.